Hey guys, before we start the episode today, we realized we completely forgot you guys. Okay. You know what? I want you to do it. You do it. You do it. You do it.
For verbal diarrhea vibes.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we totally forgot to promote that we have social media and an email. And we want you to follow us. We want you to love us.
Why do you sound like you're about to cry?
I'm trying to make an emotional.
We want you to follow us, and we want
I'm
you
trying to
love
make
us.
an emotional plea. And yeah, please email us.
Yeah, it's our email address.
Just please give us attention.
No, we did forget to say this. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. All of our social media is at whatdmomsay. That's WHATD as in Dick. Momsay at gmail.com. And we're also on all social medias with that same handle at whatdmomsay.
Yeah, we are going to have our mom on soon, and she's going to be here to give advice or give a reaction to what we've said about what she says on our podcast.
Yes, so please send in any questions you may have for her or us or any of that.
Yeah, okay, thank you. We'll get to the episode now.
Okay, yeah, bye.
Bye.
Getting straight into business.
That's my shit.
All the girls few times around that truck.
So it's not just gonna have been like that.
Hi. Welcome to What Moms Say. I'm Hannah.
I'm Tess.
I decided to intro the pod this time.
I know. I was actually hoping you would. I was trying to see if you would do it.
I'm taking control. I'm taking charge.
Yeah, you're in the pink chair today.
I'm the older sister, so I have to.
We were just talking about this because obviously the pink chair is the best chair to sit in. And so we decided we're going to take turns sitting in it.
We're going to take turns sitting in it, just like how we took turns sitting in the passenger seat in the car when mom would drive us to school.
Yeah, we decided that I would get odd days and Hannah would get even days because I'm born on an odd day and you're born on an even day. So we always got to sit in the front on our birthday.
I thought I decided that way because I was being like a very merciful sister. Because in my head I was like, I have gotten to sit in the front seat for years because I'm the older one, and when you're younger you have to wait a certain age to sit in the front. So in my mind I was thinking Tess can have the odd days because sometimes the odd days double up. So that's like my reparations to you.
What? I didn't know that.
So you get to sit in the front on the 31st and the 1st, and that's just the price I'm going to have to pay for getting to be the firstborn and having like years ahead of sitting in the front seat.
I didn't know that's how. I thought it was because of the birthday thing. Or maybe I realized like, oh, it works out because it's on our birthdays.
I just thought I was like Mother Teresa for that.
Wow, you're such a bigger person than I am.
Oh, well, you have some stuff you wanted to share with me.
Yes, I did. I
share it.
Sorry if
share it
the
now.
lighting is going weird. It's getting really like windy and stormy outside.
Yeah, the lighting is weird because it's windy.
Well, okay. It's getting stormy.
Stormy.
It's getting
you
stormy.
look like mommy.
You know, when I hear Stormy, I think Stormy Daniels actually first.
That's a important reference.
Whatever
as well.
happened to her? Is she okay?
I don't know. I hope she's thriving wherever she is.
Yeah. How have you been?
I'm good. I was 2 hours late today because I got locked out of my car.
Yeah.
But I made it here, so I'm great. I'm groovy.
That's really good. I went out last night. I did a show opening for my friend Prince Elias. He taped his first hour. And he did it all while going through heart failure, which is fucking crazy. He's been experiencing heart failure for years, but this was like the last big thing he was doing before he needs to like chill out for a bit.
As someone who like is afraid I'm gonna randomly get a heart attack, like that freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, and then I meet and talk to someone like him, and I'm like, this guy is a badass who's been dealing with this for 10 years, and he goes out and does stand-up every single night and like goes hard. He's like a super high energy comedian.
Okay, that's cool.
And I fucking cried. Like,
oh, you were moved to tears.
Yeah, he gave the speech at the end about like going into the hospital and all this. And I was like, okay. And I told him, I was like, you made me cry. And he was like, why? And I'm like, what do you mean, why?
Oh, I just have a random anxiety that developed over the last year or so that I'm gonna have a heart attack, which is probably just generalized anxiety. Like my chest is hurting and my heart is racing, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna tell my doctor I'm worried about my heart because I want her to be the one to tell me. Like if I bring it up first,
what?
It's like when you go to a psychic and you don't want to reveal too much to test how good of a psychic they are.
Okay. That logic doesn't make sense for a doctor because they actually...
No, it doesn't make sense at all.
...are legit.
Yeah, maybe I'll bring it up and she'll refer me to a psychiatrist.
She'll refer you to a card reader. Why don't you see if this tarot bitch knows if your heart's going to be okay?
Yeah, truly.
But anyway, while I was out last night, I got into a political debate with someone.
Did you win?
No, because when you are arguing with someone and you're like, you're making these points and stuff, but it really doesn't hit you until later what you should have said. It was one of those. But it was this guy that my friend has gone on a couple dates with. Really nice guy. If you're listening, I do think you're a really nice guy. He's come to my show a few times. But we were talking about the primary election because I was asking them if they voted. And he was like, I only vote in the presidential elections.
Lame.
And I was like, well, in a local election, like, your voice is really, really heard a lot more on the local level. Like, change starts from the local level. And then the conversation, like, snowballed into how it's all the politicians are the same anyway. And if Kamala had been elected, it would have been the same. And I was like, then it doesn't make sense that you only vote in the presidential election.
Yeah. Are you saying Kamala or is he saying Kamala?
Sorry, Kamala. But he's definitely said Kamala. Because obviously.
Don't do my girl like that. I say we did it, Joe, like twice a day.
And then the conversation turned into how, like, he's been voting 8 years longer than me, so he's more jaded and cynical, and he has more experience with politics. And I was like, okay. He was like, you were, like, 4 when 9/11 happened. I was, like, 12. Like, I could tell a much better story about 9/11. Like, I don't understand how that has anything to do with voting.
That has nothing to do with why you don't vote in your local elections. Because I experienced 9/11 older.
I know. I was like, I was there. Like, I was alive for it.
You remember. You never forgot.
Yeah, our mom picked us up early from school that day.
She did, and I was really upset. Not because 9/11 was happening, but because I was learning how to make a fortune teller in class. And I was so happy that we were learning this origami technique.
Did you make the fortune cookie and you read your fortune open and it said 9/11's about to happen?
No, but we were just starting to learn it. And I bet the teacher was teaching us that because 9/11 was happening and she was like, we can't do classes normal. I don't know, but we were starting to learn it and Mom came and picked me up from school and I said, I don't want to go because I'm learning something really important to me. And she said, I know how to make them. I'll show you at home. And I was like, you know how to make them? That is so cool. That's my memory of 9/11.
I remember it also being kind of cool because I got picked up early. And we got extra nap time that day because obviously they were like, just stay asleep. Like, if the bomb hits the school, like, just be asleep for it.
And that's why we vote in our primaries and other
because
elections.
We were younger when 9/11 happened. That's why we vote. It's just, we grew up in a very political household also. Like, Mom studied political science and history. She was a history teacher. And I feel like it was always present in the household.
Yeah, I feel like there's a big responsibility on parents to teach their kids to vote. Because a lot of people are really apathetic And I can understand that because it feels like it's just casting a ballot into the void, but it does matter.
Yeah, I felt like I was just like very infantilized in that conversation, like, because I'm 28, been voting for 10 years. I'm almost 30. And so to have someone be like, I've been voting longer or not voting longer. I'm like, well, my mom's been voting for even longer than you and she still goes every year.
Yeah.
It was just like, it was such an odd conversation.
It's annoying when people think they have some sort of upper hand or they're a little bit cooler because they care a little bit less about something.
Yeah, I'm like, it's actually lame that you don't want to keep fighting.
Yeah. So what did you wish you had said to him?
I wish I had said that, like, the logic you were presenting like cancels out your stuff. We're recording, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we are. Are we on that?
I just can't see.
I see a little red button on the camera viewfinder thing.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
I just got skilled. Yeah, and then he also said that it was like too much to think about, like it's a lot right now, obviously. He's like it's sucks that there's like this pressure, like it's like my vote's gonna sway, like I'm responsible for this. And I was like, I really wanted to be like, that is such a white male response. Like you can be like, why do I have to be responsible for this and vote? It's like, well, it's like, it's literally not affecting you either way, I guess. So I guess it doesn't matter for you if you vote or not. But I've literally been directly impacted by what's going on recently.
His voting rights are likely never going to be threatened. So it's less novel, I guess.
It's the only thing that we really have as citizens. That's the only way we can really make our voice heard, unless we kill somebody.
Okay, well, there's also like protesting,
but I'm not gonna do that.
Community involvement. Those are other ways, but yeah, it's more than a right. I feel like it's a duty to vote.
Yeah.
So go fucking vote.
Go vote. I'm not super happy with how the primaries turned out, but you should still vote for Tallarico.
You're not?
No, I wanted Crockett to win.
Okay. I was back and forth.
I was back and forth too, but I just couldn't bring myself to go for him at the last minute. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, I feel like we stress the importance of voting, and now I'm going to admit something really embarrassing about what I did in this primary.
Yeah, did you just click all the women's names?
Yeah, I did.
I knew you were going to say that.
There was a lot of shit on the ballot, and I should have done more research for all these district judges. I mean, I looked at like the bigger one. I know judges are important, but I looked at the governor and all the other seemingly bigger races, but I did skip a couple questions on the ballot.
Yeah.
So I was like, I haven't Googled what this district judge race is about between these candidates, but whenever there was a woman's name, I picked her.
You know what's really funny? I almost thought about doing the same thing, and I was like, no, don't do that. I like got to the place and I found a voter guide and I went through all the candidates for each one and picked it and I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Then there were extra ones where I didn't know. If it was only one person, like they weren't against anyone else, I voted for them. But if they were against someone else, I skipped it.
Okay.
So I was like, I guess I'll vote for you if you're the only option. Just to make you feel better about the numbers that you receive.
Exactly. I did that as well.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, I can't just pick a woman's name because that woman could be the devil.
I guess you don't support women.
But I did think about it.
Okay.
If someone was like, you have to pick, I would have picked the woman's name.
Okay. Part of me was thinking, this is so irresponsible.
Yeah. Well,
and
at least you voted.
I'll do my research better next time, but it's a lot to go through.
That's really funny.
There was like 114
yeah,
positions.
Yeah.
Open.
I also think it's really fucked up that at the place I go vote, it's like they line up all the Democrats and they line up all the Republicans. And it's the same place I've voted since high school.
They didn't do that for me when I went there.
Okay, well, and what they did when I went there on Tuesday.
Maybe that's just an election day thing. I went for early voting and they put us all in one line and I got kind of mad. I'm like, I want to be in the Democrat line. I know it's going to be shorter. Now I have to wait with all these Republicans.
Okay, the lines for both of them were about the same when I went.
Okay.
If that makes you feel better on a different level. But I remember when I went in high school for the very first time, I was 18, and I was voting in, I think it was the primaries for the 2016 election. And
it was like Hillary or Bernie. Is that one?
Yeah, but we were all in these lines. I was the Democrat line, and I looked over in the Republican line, and my teacher was standing there, and I was like, I don't think we should be able to see each other. Like now I'm like seeing the people in my community who are like
want to take your rights away.
Yes, and one of them is my own teacher.
Damn, what subject?
I can't remember.
Okay.
It wasn't like a direct teacher of mine. She was a teacher at the school.
Okay.
So that's why I can't really remember.
Okay, that's fair. I one time went to vote in a primary. That same primary, I went to go vote at a school in a very rich neighborhood because I was thinking the Democrat line's going to be way shorter.
I love how you're like, I'm going to vote as long as there's no Democrats there, so I don't have to wait long.
I like want a shorter line, you know. Time is money, but I I went to a school that had the voting in River Oaks, and the Democrat line was long as fuck. It took forever. I was waiting in line.
Voter suppression.
Yeah, bonding with all the other Democrats in line, but this is a very Houston thing to happen, but I was standing in this school hallway, staring across the hallway at this classroom that was like, the door was closed, but the classroom had a window in it. I see a bat flying towards the window. It ducks and comes underneath the door, squeezes its bat body in this tiny little crevice, and starts flying up and down the halls.
What the fuck?
I was like, I'm gonna get rabies voting for...
That's like a bad omen.
Well, that election did not go well.
That's
right?
Voter suppression. That bat was sent by the Republican... by the Republican leaders to fuck with y'all.
Literally.
The other thing I wanted to say is I found this out recently. I've been telling people for years that I had gonorrhea, and I didn't.
What?
I did not have gonorrhea.
Why did you say that? You're being a pick-me, but you didn't know how to do it right?
I thought the clap meant chlamydia. And so instead of telling people I had chlamydia, I've been saying, oh, I got the clap back in college. Like, I would say it like that. And I found out recently that gonorrhea is actually the clap. So I've been telling people for years that I had gonorrhea. And I didn't.
Guys, if you ever heard Tess say she had gonorrhea, it was not that.
I had a different sexually transmitted infection.
Actually, I had chlamydia.
Well, I feel like it's important because I feel like people think gonorrhea is dirtier than chlamydia, which is stupid.
It's because gonorrhea rhymes with diarrhea.
Yeah, I think it's more gnarly too.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't speak on this. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
This is reminding me of when you thought caca meant peeing.
Yes, I thought caca was pee, not poop.
And you told a girl the wrong information, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, well,
because when we were little, people would always say I'm going to go caca when they went to the bathroom. And in my head, I was like, that's pee. Because I never shit in my life.
Exactly, because you're a lady.
I'm a lady. That lady, she doesn't shit.
It's Olivia Dean.
Are we going to get copyright for that?
No.
Okay.
Olivia, please.
Please let us use your song about shit to talk about shitting.
Well, how many minutes in are we?
We're at 18 minutes.
Okay. I have one question to ask you, and then we should introduce our guest.
Okay.
Do you think God...
The fuck? I have one question. Do you think God's real?
Just like a quick yes or no.
No biggie, like no pressure, like very simple,
Just something
casual
light.
question.
Do you think God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors?
What the fuck, Hannah?
Because
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I just thought this concept was funny because I was complaining about something very minor to my fiance, and she said God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. And then I said, I think that's why my life has been so easy, because I don't think I could handle any more than what I have. It's not that bad. I live a very privileged, relatively easy life.
Okay,
And then I'm like, I'm not a tough soldier, so I'm not going to get the hardest struggles, I think.
you're gonna get the struggles that are like fall in line with what you can handle, which to you are hard.
Yeah, but it's
Like
relatively pretty easy.
Like locking your keys in your car.
Yeah.
That's a tough battle for a mid soldier.
Well, when I think about this concept, it makes me wonder, when is the other shoe gonna drop? Because my life has been very lucky, and I have dealt with hard things, sort of. But
You've dealt with hard things, Hannah. I think you're selling yourself short. You've
Okay.
had some really horrible things happen to you.
thanks, girl.
Let's remember them. Let's roll the clip. Remember this?
Yeah, no, sometimes I think about that concept and I'm like, something really bad's gonna happen to me when I'm 40. Like something horrible.
If it doesn't, I'll make sure it does.
Thank you.
Is that gonna help you?
No, I don't want it to, but I'm just waiting for something really bad to happen, I guess.
I think that you should be medicated.
Yeah.
And I'll go with you because I want some as well.
Okay, I really have been meaning to get back into therapy.
Okay. Is this helping? Do you want to lay down on this couch?
No, it's okay.
Because you want the pink chair?
Yeah,
Whatever.
obviously.
Oh, fuck. Well, is that the only question you had for me?
Yeah.
I was going to read that story, but
Oh, yeah, you had a Reddit story you wanted
Yeah.
to get an opinion on.
should we do it?
What the
Or-
hell? Let's give the people what they want.
Oh, guys, we really need more views on our stuff. So we're going to read a Reddit story. Can you hand me my computer?
Yeah.
It is mom themed. But we're hoping that this also incites that eventually people will send us their own stories about their mom or things about their mom that we can talk about. Like, we'd love to do like a mom of the week type of thing. But I thought this one was cool. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's lock in. I haven't read the whole thing. So if it's really bad, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, if it's really bad, we will cut it out.
Okay, this one reads, am I the asshole for telling my mom I won't ever forgive her if she breaks her promise and takes my half-sister on a 13th birthday weekend trip if she doesn't do my delayed 16th birth trip first? Long fucking title.
Okay, so this girl is jealous of her sister. Go ahead.
Half-sister.
Half-sister.
Okay. It says, I, 17 female, am my mom's oldest kid, and there's been a lot of upheaval since she and my dad broke up when I was 1. This next part is confusing,
Okay.
but lock in. I don't think it matters that much. She started dating her husband when I was 3, and she got pregnant fast. Then they broke up. One of my half-sisters was born while they were broken up. They had a brief period of getting back together and conceived one of my half-brothers before breaking up again. I was 8 by the time they got back together for real, and I was 11 when they got married. After they got married, things settled, and my mom started doing this one-on-one things with each of my half-siblings, but she had excuses for not doing them with me. So for big birthdays, which is like 5, 10, 13, 16, and 18, she has talked about these one-on-one weekend trips to celebrate. She'll do one-on-one spa trips with my half-sisters. She'll take the boys to an indoor sports place for the day. Sometimes she'll take them for an overnight stay in a hotel that has a huge pool and water slide. Those aren't for any special reason. My mom mostly takes me to run errands for one-on-one time with me. It's never fun, and my mom gets frustrated when I don't know everything she wants. But my mom gets different stuff every week. Well, yeah, and that's grocery shopping.
Yeah. I get different stuff every week too, girl.
That would be crazy. I mean, like, your mom sounds like a bitch so far, but, like, that's crazy to be like, she wants different groceries every week. When I was 15, I told my mom I felt like she favored my half-siblings, and I asked if she cared more about having a good relationship with them because she loved their dad and hated mine. She told me it wasn't true and asked where I got the idea from. I told her she made a big deal out of birthdays and making them a priority and one-on-one time, but she doesn't do the same for me. I told her the birthday thing started before I turned 13, but we didn't go away for the weekend. I told her she never takes me to the hotel overnight so we can swim and use the water slide together. My mom told me we'd do the trip for my 16th birthday, and she promised she would stop making me feel less important. But then she was really sick on my actual 16th birthday, and we didn't get to go. And then her husband's mom died, and they had to spend a lot of money on the funeral, so she told me we'd have to delay it. But she promised me she would make sure my delayed 16th birthday trip was the next trip to happen. And she would not do one with one of my half-siblings until then. And she had stuck to it, but my half-sister is turning 13, and my mom started talking to her about where they should go. I brought it up to my mom, and she looked startled. She said making up my 16th birthday was taking longer than planned, but it would happen, and maybe we could do an extra special one for my 18th instead.
What? She needs 2 extra years to plan it?
I don't know. I asked her if that would be one-on-one, and she said if it goes bigger, it would need to include everyone. I told her I didn't want that. I said I wanted the 2 trips. The others would go in my shoes, and I told her if she takes my half-sister before making it up to me, then I will never forgive her. I told her I will never believe that she doesn't prefer them. She said I was being unreasonable and compromises need to happen. I asked why she asked me to compromise and not them. I asked why she even kept me if I'm such a burden. She got mad and told me she never said or implied anything like that. She said I was looking to see the worst in her, and then she told me she felt like I shouldn't hold it against her and my half-siblings, and it would be reasonable to think I wouldn't want to punish them for not being able to make it up to me yet. She's 17. She writes weird.
Okay.
I told her I didn't care if they were disappointed at having to wait, that I was still waiting for one damn thing and hoping she wouldn't break another promise. I told her I was dumb to ever believe her because she's a liar and she clearly prefers them. She started yelling, but I walked away from her and we haven't talked since. Am I the asshole?
I'm going to say no. I think if you're a young girl and you're asking your mom for reassurance and love and the same treatment as your other siblings, then it's on your parent to validate you and like show up in a way that makes you feel loved and chosen. That's kind of sad.
It's so weird because there's like always this like sibling rivalry thing. Like, I remember you and I definitely had it. Like, mom would talk about it. She's like, you guys always fought over me. Like, who is going to get to sit next to me? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Who's going to get to sit in the front seat next to me? Although that was less about that. But she never, like, played favorites in that way where she was like, oh, Hannah, you come sit next to me. Tess, you come sit next to me.
Yeah.
I think it's weird when moms do that. Like, they single out a kid and they're like, you come do this with me.
That is really strange. I know mom has done separate special things with each of us, but I guess it's never felt like I've gotten something that you didn't get or vice versa. I mean, we got different things.
It was also never like kind of thrown in the other one's face. Like, we're going on this trip one-on-one together.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I've definitely felt FOMO when you've gone on trips with like just the 2 of you or you and Papa, and I wasn't able to be there, and I'm like, oh man, I didn't get to get in on like the family bonding and memories. But yeah, I think the mom is carrying resentment from this girl's father into their dynamic. Like, she got to have these other children with this man that she eventually was able to marry and worked a relationship out with, and there's a pride to that. Like I was finally able to settle down and have a traditional family after this
and
first,
you're like the extra kid.
Yeah, because this first girl was born and then her dad left when she was 1. Yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah. I wonder, I'm like, where's your dad? Like, do you ever see him? Do you guys live together at all? I can't remember what she said.
Yeah, I don't know what the solution for this girl is besides in therapy, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, she's almost an adult. She's 17. So, I mean, I will say, like, I think this goes for every family. Like, once you move out, your relationship with your parents gets better. Even if you have a good relationship with them, it's just nice to have your own space.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be like, you should never talk to her again. But, you know, having, like, being at college or, like, being away, like, I think will give you a better perspective of what it is you do want to eventually do.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absolutely.
Applies to a lot of situations. I'm guessing the response to the story is that she's not the asshole.
Yeah, it was not the asshole. This person, the top comment said, not the asshole, but your mother is majorly. Despite what she says, she is favoring them over you. Not sure why she's so shocked when you pointed out to her. It's hard not to see the worst in her when that's all she's showing you. Do you have grandparents, aunts, uncles to stay with for a while? It sounds like you need some space from her. You were right to call her a liar because that's what she is. Yeah, it's so weird to be like, I'm not going to go on a trip with anyone else until we make this up. And then she starts planning the trip and she's like, well, you need to make a compromise. Also, like, why is a 13th birthday special at all compared to a 16th?
It is in Jewish culture, yes, but I don't.
It doesn't mention that they're Jewish, but I'm like,
yeah, because then you'd be throwing a raver and learning from the Torah.
I guess at 13 is like when you become a teen.
That's true,
but like, does that really require a whole fucking trip?
No.
16 is more like. Is the more celebrated ones. Like your sweet 16, you get a driver's license. Like it's so much bigger than a 13th birthday. So I feel like it's an extra slap in the face to go take a preteen somewhere, especially one that you've taken on all these other trips. And then you're like, oh, my first child's 16th birthday is like, whatever.
Yeah, that's a really big bummer.
It's a huge bummer.
Whenever I hear those stories, I'm always really curious to hear the other side of it. Like maybe she's not fun to hang out with.
Her mom's like, you're just like kind of lame.
You're kind of a downer. No,
you're always like, meh, 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 why don't you love me?
Yeah, no, but even in this instance, hearing this girl's side, it sounds like there's a very clear issue this mom has with her daughter.
Yeah, it's so weird with that. Mothers and daughters, man. Well, I think that's all we have for you guys. You ready to introduce our guest for the day?
Let's do it.
I'll let you introduce her.
Okay.
Because you've known her longer than me.
I have. Our guest is a hilariously talented comedian named Yehee. Oh, I like say the person's name before we dramatically reveal it.
Yeah, that's
but
fine.
She and I went to
if middle. You clicked on the video, her name's in the title.
That's so true. Spoiler alert. But she and I went to middle school for a year together, and she started doing comedy and saw you out performing, and we look the same and we have the same last name. So she connected the dots and we got to reconnect. So it was cool to see her in this stage of life of doing comedy. She's been through a lot in the last year and done a lot of inspiring growth and made a lot of cool things happen for herself. She also has a very interesting background story. No, not background story.
Yeah,
childhood, growing up with cerebral palsy and dealing with certain dynamics in her home with her mom, being an immigrant, her mom being a bit tough on her growing up to as an understatement. I don't think I'm good at the intros.
I think you're doing a pretty good job.
Okay.
I mean, you'll hear more about it in the interview, of course, but it definitely, there was pressure there to like fit in. I think.
Yeah, for sure. But she has a really incredible life story, and it was really fun to reconnect with her and talk with her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check her out. All of her social stuff will be in the description. Go watch her perform. She performs around Texas, Houston, Austin. I think she mentioned San Antonio.
Yeah,
But yeah, go follow Yehee to see what show she has coming up.
All right. Give it up for Yehee.
Yay!
Life's a bitch, Hannah's gay. Tess got too many bills to pay, so they get together with Lily May and ask each other what mom say. They ask each other what mom say.
The levels is like, what are you even saying?
I don't know. I'm pretending like I know the tech behind the podcast when you're the one editing it.
I'm pretty sure I just set the levels. That is like to match everything up.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Man, Tess learning to be a sound engineer. We love that.
Women
We
in
love that for
STEM.
us. Yeah.
Women in STEM. What is the T in STEM? Tech?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'm in
And
STEM.
E is engineering. So
I also like sleep with a man who's going through med school, so I feel like in a way I am earning a degree.
we love that. We love that. We love osmosis degrees.
Literally.
Are we recording right
We're
now?
Yeah, we
rolling.
are.
Oh, great. I
we
love
are.
this. I
So,
Hello,
yeah.
everyone. We're joined here back on What Mom Say today with Yehee.
Woo.
Do you want us to say your last name or no?
No.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter because at this point it's everywhere anyway, and there's not many Yehees anyway. So
Okay.
I screwed myself anyway.
If
not
someone
having a
really
stage
wants
name.
to find it, they'll figure it out.
Right.
But we won't give
No,
it
yeah.
to them.
I've been like a click away from a delete me account trying to get one of those, you know.
Got you.
I
So
should at this point.
do you use a fake last name for comedy?
I don't use my last name at all. I like my first name. It sounds because Yehee sounds like a laugh.
You're like Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Just one name.
Yeah. And it's like 5 letters. It's kind of like sounds designer because of it, you know. But then it still sounds like hee Yehee.
No, perfect name for what you do.
Yeah.
Should I change my name to Haha?
No.
Haha the comedian.
There's actually a Korean comedian named Ha Ha.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess
Okay,
I
you
shouldn't
can't
do
take that.
It's a
That's
man
racist.
too.
Sorry.
And
It's
I'm
a
not
man?
fan.
Men shouldn't be doing comedy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, we did just have our first boy guest on, but now we're back to girls.
Yay.
No, we love Koo. We will have more men on the show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
We are quickly becoming a male hating podcast, but it's a podcast about moms, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And listen, the good men, they're for us hating men, you know?
You're right. A truly
get
good
it.
man also hates men.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he sees what's going on.
For sure. Absolutely. And I mean, if you go through female comics first, well, you're going to be done at like episode 13.
Well, we don't have to only interview comedians.
know.
We can also
Yeah.
interview
Yeah.
other women. I
Right.
met a girl last night, and she was telling me her mom was a pastor.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on my podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was
Amazing.
like, okay. But how does your mom feel about men? Does she like them, or is she hateful as well?
She is like neutral about men, but she should hate them more because they've all abused her. So,
All men have abused her.
well, like between my dad and then her dad, I'm just like, you have no reason to like men right now. But
So she's single.
my parents divorced, and then my parents got remarried when we went back to Korea to visit, like last summer. My dad was like, "We need to get married. We need to get remarried today so that you can get insurance benefits here in the country, because she's still like a Korean citizen but an American like permanent resident." But so now they're remarried, and I feel ick about that. But whatever.
Marriage has so many like legal benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like it should be easier to get some of these things when you're by yourself.
Ugh.
That's so messed up.
The day that like my dad said that, he just like ran in. Wait, basically we had an Airbnb. He like barged in and was like, "We gotta get married today," and like went back out because he forgot something from his apartment or whatever. And my mom's just like calling her friends like, "Oh my God, I'm getting married today." Like I'm like, "Bitch, he beat you." Like,
Oh my god. Shit.
why are you excited? You
Because she's gonna get insurance. She should have been like, I'm getting insurance today. I'm getting back on. I would be so excited if I got insurance that I didn't have to pay for again.
Yeah.
Truly.
Actually, yeah. Now that you say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have been, yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, I'm cheering for her now.
Yeah.
So do they live together here?
No, my dad's in Korea.
Okay.
That's a whole trauma. Yeah.
Has he always lived in Korea while you lived here?
So I came here in 2002 right after 9/11 on a
Great
work
time.
I know. My dad got a work visa. And then because of 9/11 and because he decided to get into landscape, he has a degree in like horticulture. And
It's like, well, they're clearing all the
botany.
buildings, so someone's got to landscape this area.
Well, in the early 2000s, the landscaping business wasn't booming as much. People weren't buying flowers as much and stuff like that. So the business it failed. And then there's no work to be sponsored for anymore. So we were undocumented for a little bit, for a few years. And after a while, my dad was like, I don't want to live here undocumented. Peace out.
Yeah.
Knowing that he would ban himself for a decade.
Oh, so he's like, this might get out of jail.
But
free
like,
card
I'm
for a
still
decade.
here.
Yeah.
I'm still a minor.
Well, Trump would love him.
Yeah, he deported himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, this is what I want.
Actually, now I don't know. My dad likes Trump for economic reasons, but which makes no sense anyway. But he also does stock trades. I don't know.
Yeah, when people say they like Trump for economic reasons, yeah, it's at this point it's like a moot point to make. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
How has the economy gotten better for you in any way?
Yeah, but the entire time my dad was here, he was like an abusive, like violent person. And then so to like, wow, I always thought me as a child, I was like hopeful that he would fix things, but he just left. But turns out that wasn't the solution. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I realized that as an adult after already being fucked up from all of that. So hell yeah, I love
A
that.
kid brain, like, can't have the same perspective
Yeah.
of adult hindsight for sure.
Right.
Was he abusive to your mother and
Oh yeah,
you?
and he was worse to my mom. So I'm just like, why are you excited for? She's like calling up all our friends while we're visiting in Korea. But yeah, I've seen terrible things.
Okay.
But my mom is strong, and the thing is, my mom has relied on men like her whole life. She was the youngest one of 4, and she grew up in like a rich family but like her dad, my grandfather, was very violent the same way that my dad was. And but he took care of everything. He never had to worry about like my mom never had to worry about anything, and my dad was very similar in that way. And it was just kind of like a handoff at that point. And so she's very like you sent me questions, 3 words to describe my mom. She's very innocent, but she's still very strong. But I don't remember the last one. Oh yeah, she's very trusting of people.
yeah.
Whereas, like, learning from that, I'm like feral. I'm like, I don't trust anyone.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Especially in comedy, I feel like you learn to trust less.
I think comedy sharpens your skills of figuring out who is safe and not safe to be
Yeah.
around. I mean, it took me years to find that out, even doing comedy. Like, I thought I had a pretty good grip on it, but I did not. Like, there was a lot of
Yeah.
people I trusted that I don't think I should have, looking back. If that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, and I
Like-
don't know.
Like the guys.
Seriously, I had like, it feels like every 2 months is a new era in comedy. I don't know if you've experienced that. Maybe it won't. It's different amount of time for different people. But like when I entered, like the first 2 months, you're like brand new and shiny, and especially as like it was this is a woman experience exclusively.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm saying. And it's like you can't get a break. Like there are 5 dudes surrounding you at all times. Their first couple months, your first few months. They act like they're gonna like they act like your friends. They like
vultures circling you, waiting.
well, basically, and like and it feels like they're gonna like help you and be so great to you. And so my second my
we should write together.
exactly. No, absolutely. And my third and fourth month in comedy, I believed it. And then I started like opening my couch up to people. I have my own place and my own car, which is a lot to say for a lot of local comics. And I started like cooking hot meals and shit. And then I got burnt. Honestly, like a lot of people will take as much as you give and offer. But then when it comes to like scratching your back, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, you can't expect too much. What's that saying? Like, you're going to burn yourself trying to keep everyone warm or something?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Like, yeah, like if you build a fire to keep everyone warm, you eventually burn yourself.
Yeah.
I'm fucking it up. But
yeah, I feel like you're always pulling out expressions I've never heard.
Okay, well,
So
it's not
I'm
my fault that you're an idiot.
Oh, no. I mean, it sounds like you kind of had some of that trustworthiness that your mom had in those moments. I remember you telling me about a specific person kind of taking advantage of your hospitality. And,
but it wasn't the only one. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the people who you think or should be your best friends, especially with the identities that you hold. And the more I talk, it's going to be more obvious who it is. But like...
Name the name.
this is our personal Epstein list documentary.
But you think that, you know, they would root for you, especially with the body that I'm in. But it's like it turns out they were the complete opposite. And actually, I didn't realize how competitive other people are about the comedy space. I think of this as like, you know, the Alyssa Liu, let's have like it's a competition, but it's fun. Like I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
A lot of people are really depressed who are doing comedy.
Yes.
Or they're just like straight up addicts. Like
right.
they're getting drunk all the time and they want to get on stage.
Right. And one thing about me is I don't hate myself, actually.
Hell yeah.
Period.
And I actually like myself a lot. And that wasn't like my entire life at all. This is like the last maybe year. Especially doing comedy, I feel like I'm more like I'm forced to express my thoughts and feelings, and that's my craft. And I feel better now than before when I was looking for validation from men who didn't deserve it. I used to go to the gym like 2 to 3, 4 hours a day, depending on what day, maybe twice a day. I would spend an hour and a half on skincare a day. Like I was miserable. I looked great. I was very toned. Like I was toned. And especially as a disabled person, it's like that was a spectacle. Right. But I wasn't happy at all. I hated myself during that time. But now, I remember before comedy, I told a lot of people I wish I was a brain in a fishbowl with rods coming out as limbs, you know? I don't want to be perceived physically.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, you know what? If I look goofy, I'm going to talk about it. And
yeah, I mean, we're all in our own flesh prisons.
yeah.
Flesh is such a gross word.
That's what my friends in college used to say when we were on acid. We are in flesh prisons.
We are.
Amen.
And turns out you don't need to take acid to feel that way.
That's true. What does your mom think about your comedy?
Oh, she thinks I'm at the gym.
Okay.
She doesn't know you do it at all?
She kind of barely knows. I've told her about 3 shows out of however many at this point.
Okay.
And every time she's like, don't do it again.
Does she think you're just doing it occasionally as like a hobby? Or
yeah.
Okay, she doesn't know that you're like actively pursuing this.
She doesn't even know what job I have during the day. Like it's she doesn't know where I live.
Okay.
I come to her. Like I'm very, because
You're like a cat.
Well, my relationship with her, it's very complicated. Like, we're good now because I moved out. But she very much saw me as, I mean, of course our moms especially are always going to see us as kids and babies, right? And so I had a really difficult relationship with her while I was living with her as an adult, and so I finally was like, I have to leave. I don't care if it's harder, it is. But like, this is ruining our relationship. I'm not happy. You're projecting your feelings about yourself on me. And it was just hard. And so I want her to know more about my life, but I give her as much as what's gonna make us okay. And I think that's right now that's all right. I mean, she'll eventually know about the comedy. If I keep going, I will eventually get bigger or whatever that means, and then she'll see it as something that's worthwhile, and then she'll know. But right now,
is that something you want to prove to her? Or
yes, absolutely. I've told this to many people where I want to get on Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino's Bad Friends podcast and call my mom and just be like, hey, Bobby Lee's here. Because one thing is, when we got to America, one of the first American television we seen was Mad TV, and Bobby Lee was on there. And my mom doesn't necessarily like him as a person, but she respects him being a public figure or like a person of entertainment in the American space as a Korean person. And so for me to be on that podcast and be able to make that phone call, I think would be like, oh, okay, you're doing it, you know?
Yeah. So I guess she is not on Instagram.
Oh,
seeing
no.
all the cool
Absolutely
stuff you're doing.
not.
Okay. How long did you live with her? Like, when was it that you stopped living with her?
It literally was a year ago. Like,
Okay.
basically a new year of 25. I finally was like, I don't know what this is gonna be like, but I believe in myself, and I know I can cook a few things. And since then, I've been cooking a lot, and I know how to cook, like, and bake and all that. I mean, I can be a trad wife if I want to be. But like,
do you really want to be a trad wife?
I was considering that as an option, and I really wish I brought my notebook with me. I have a picture of it. We can put it on screen.
Okay.
But
Yeah, we can put a photo here.
But I'll show you all a picture. But it was basically me in a crossroad between. I was in a relationship with somebody for 6 years, on and off, and I was with him during Thanksgiving, and I went to Georgia. He flew me out to Georgia, and I had to consider. It was getting to the point where he's like, "Okay, we have to talk about living situation. Are you gonna be here? Your lease is ending pretty soon. You want to move in? What do you want?" And I remember the day after Thanksgiving, all like 8 a.m. on the dot, I like wake up. Like, something has possessed me, and like I'm like, I need a journal right now, and I'm like making sketch scratches,
receiving messages.
Yeah, and I'm like listening to like a certain type of song. All of a sudden, I'm compelled to do this exact thing right now. You know,
gosh, there's something about Thanksgiving, because I broke up with my ex of 6 years the day before Thanksgiving. Because I was like, I cannot deal with you being at another family function and being weird at the family function.
Pass it around.
Oh my gosh, all the stickers. Yeah. We'll put the photo right here for you guys. Yeah. Oh, you have the crossroads of comedy and motherhood. Oh, that's interesting. That's very on theme for what we're discussing
exactly.
today. Literally.
That was November 29th.
Okay.
And the day I got pulled for Kill Tony was December 29th. And at that point, I had chills. Mm-hmm. Especially because earlier on that day I got pulled for Kill Tony in December, I was on a different podcast. I was at a podcast called Afro Vibes. It was like a black podcast. I'm like, what am I doing here? But like,
what do you mean? You give off such Afro vibes.
They were like, it's okay. You know, the black folks and Koreans, we have a lot of similar experiences when it comes to like family not traditions, but family like dynamics and stuff. And they're like, all right. I was like, okay, fine. Thank you for the reassurance. But there was a scheduling thing where they were like, oh, we're running late. Can you do 3 or 4 instead of like 1 and 2? And I'm like, I know exactly what this is. I have to put my foot down. So I said, I have a show in Austin. I have a hard stop at 3. I didn't.
Yeah.
And
You're like, I just have to set boundaries.
and then during the episode, during the interview, they're like, oh, so you have a show in Austin today. Tell us more about it. And I'm like, it's in Austin. I can't tell you. You know?
Oh, you lied?
Oh,
Like
yeah,
about
I
the show?
did.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I was like, wow, at this point, I have to drive to Austin.
Oh, you're like, I have to commit to the lie.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
got pulled.
Oh my gosh. So
I
you like,
see.
it was meant to be that day.
That was insane. And that was also the first time I like drove to Austin by myself. But in any case, so yeah, that journal entry happened, and that Kill Tony episode happened, and I felt so I was like, I literally was like, what's happening right now? To the point where like I felt compelled. My mom invited me to go to church with her on New Year's Eve, and I was like, I have to go.
Yeah.
So I was at church at New Year's Eve counting down, and I was just like, I don't even really believe in God, but I have to put the gratitude out there. And I just like thanked the universe for every single person I met, even those who I found were not my true friends. And like every single show I got on, Kill Tony, all these things. And something's happening. I feel it.
Yeah. It sounds like you've had a really transformational year. Like, you moved out, you broke up with your boyfriend,
Yeah.
you started doing things in comedy. It's really exciting.
It feels like I'm like walking into my purpose in a way, and it's terrifying. I actually hate it because people are like, oh, it's so cool that you get recognized. I'm like, I'm the most snatchable bitch you'll meet in your lifetime. It's actually very scary to be recognized, you know?
Yeah.
Especially at nighttime when you're like walking by yourself or something from your car.
Yeah. We'll make sure you don't walk alone.
To your car, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask we haven't addressed this yet, but we went to middle school together
Yeah.
for a short time.
Yeah.
So I was gonna
That's right. You're the first guest who like really knows our mom from childhood.
Yeah.
That's true. She wasn't mom's student though.
Yeah.
No.
I was asking her that because I also asked my mom if she remembered you, and she was like, "I don't think I do." And I was like, "Okay, maybe."
No, I was in a walker. You should have said it was the Asian girl in the walker.
This is what you said. This
You have to say it.
This is the same thing you said to me. So the first time I met Yehee, I didn't know she was trying to do stand-up, and she was sitting in the front row at a show I was on. And I come out on stage, and before I can even say a word, she goes, "I know your sister." And I had never been heckled in this manner before. I was like, what? Do you know my sister?
No, because at that point, also, I was like gaslighting myself in my head. I was like, is Hannah's name Tess?
No, yeah, that's a fair question.
I was like, wow, this is a weird way to start a set. And then you were like, I know your mom too. And I was like, what is going on? And you told me you went to middle school with Hannah. And I was like, okay, what's your name? I'll ask her about you. And you're like, did not want to give me your name. You were like, just tell her I'm the Asian girl on crutches. And I was like, I don't know if I can make that kind of phone call.
She did make that phone call, but I was also like, I also remembered your name.
You did?
But you also went by
a different
Nicole
name. Yeah.
in middle school. But I was like, I know her name. We're Facebook friends.
Right. And that's why
She pops up.
that's why I didn't say like my name necessarily, because it's going to be a whole, it's like, I don't really go by that, but like,
Yeah.
I'm already fucking your shit up on stage.
It makes sense in retrospect.
It's nice because I've had people come up to me in public and be like, are you Tess or are you Tess's sister? So it's nice that it happened in reverse.
Yeah.
That is hurtful to me because I've known these people for years. And I'm like, well, one time, you don't know that's not me. Like we don't even know the exact same.
I don't even know who it was, but one time I was standing outside of a restaurant in the dark, and someone drove by with their window rolled down. I was like, Tess, and it was like it was dark outside, and I was like, I don't know who this is.
Did you figure out who it was?
I think it might have been one of your middle school friends.
Oh,
it's like maybe that was not her. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Yeah. But I was like, I'm not her. But yeah.
I did also gaslight myself into having a memory thinking like your mom was one of my elective teachers, but apparently not. So I don't know.
it's not impossible.
It's fine.
She could have been.
Well,
It's
speaking of
fine.
middle school years, do you want to tell us a little bit about like what your dynamic was like with your mom as a kid? Like, what were the vibes?
I remember getting a 60 on a quiz in science, and I got that the science composition book thrown at my head. So hell yeah. But
Yeah,
that's
you
just
said
part-
that she threw stuff at your head a lot. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's
Or-
part of the reason why like my episode of Kill Tony, he like threw something at me and I was like, don't do that. Please don't
This
throw.
is PTSD from
Yeah.
my mom.
I literally said I have PTSD. I do actually from not just my mom. My mom's not the root cause of my PTSD, but my dad also threw things at me. But like so
What's the weirdest object you had thrown at you?
oh, I don't know. We don't want to get too dark here.
Okay. A knife. You're like, oh fuck.
As dark as you want to be, but I just want to say, don't throw things at people. PSA. Don't do that.
Unless they want you to.
Okay.
Okay.
I told my friend to throw a bag of chips at me the other day.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I said throw it at my head, and she did.
So you're asking
I
for it.
I asked for it. She
Okay.
was dead on too. Great
Okay.
aim.
I used to go to Kumon, like a tutoring
Ah,
center.
We both worked at a Kumon.
Nice.
I worked at Kumon for 8 years. That's the longest job I've ever had.
Well, I didn't really need it and I was over it, and so I stole an answer book,
Nice.
and then my mom found it in my Kumon bag.
What
and then-
level? 3A? B?
It was like M.
M? Oh shit, you were doing high level math.
That's impressive.
And she's found it and she threw my cell phone at my head across the living room, and I was like, and it broke. My head is so hard. Wow.
She's resilient. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wow. But that's like kind of smart in its own way. You're like, I've cheated the system.
I was just tired of getting all of my summers robbed. Like, I never had a free summer in childhood. And so I'm like, I'm tired, Mom. Can I? And now, I mean, I don't know how to take a break now. So I guess that's great. Yay,
she-
capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism will definitely force you to have a work ethic of some kind.
Especially when you're a woman and you're disabled, it's like more reason to prove yourself that you're worthy of living.
You
Damn.
said that in our pre-interview questions that she got drunk and was on the floor when she realized she had to take
Mhm.
you here. Or
Yeah.
can you tell us
So
about that story?
when I was when we were in Korea, when I was like 5 years old. So I came here when I was around 6 years old, and my parents wanted to put me in school in Korea before we moved, but I was only allowed in the special education school at the time, and they only taught me like the Korean alphabet. And meanwhile, I had already memorized my entire multiplication tables all the way to 12 times 12, and I'm 4. And also knew how to touch type without looking at the keyboard for both English and Korean by the time I was 4. So it was very obvious that like I could do way more than that, but they were not.
Yeah. I
Teaching
mean, you were
me
kind of
anything.
giving like prodigy vibes.
Exactly.
Actually, you do more than most kids.
So were they putting you in special education because of your disability?
Yeah.
And it's just a physical disability,
Yeah.
right? It's not.
Right.
Okay, so in Korea, they're like, it doesn't matter.
It-
Like if you're online.
Back then, I mean, this was like 2000 flat, the year 2000, and yeah, there was the equivalent to the ADA. It only been and like came into a thing in 2005.
Mm.
So you can only imagine. And even then, like social shifts take so much time.
Yeah.
So back then when I was there, they thought I was full on retarded. And then like school admin, they're like, she's gonna be too much work for the teachers anyway. Like, no, right? And so that's why my dad applied for a work visa here so that I could go to school. But when I went back to Korea to visit with my mom this past summer, they swear up and down that it's better for the disabled community now, but they really just slapped on ramps on things and said that we're great, you know?
Yeah.
Korea is largely like a walkable. There's mostly walkable cities, and so I was in a wheelchair for a majority of that time, and they wouldn't talk to me. They wouldn't even look me in the eye. In fact, as soon as I landed into the Incheon Korean airport, they asked for my passport in Korean. I had it. I understood what they were saying. And so I gave it to them, and they were still looking at my mom and gave the passport back to her. You know, I couldn't order my own food. Having lunch with my parents, they asked my dad, and
It's very infantilizing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense why you're less trusting than your mom. You're like, everyone's treating me like a piece of shit for no
They're
reason.
treating me like a kid.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do anything, and to the point where my dad noticed right away. He was like, "What's happening?" So he was like, "You know what? Try talking in English, full speed, full just how I'm talking right now." And the most enraging thing was I tried that, and it worked. I transcended social class, educational levels. I'm a genius. I'm rich. All of a sudden, just from me saying like, "Hey, where can I get college and eye masks?" Just like this.
Oh, so to them, if you're speaking English, that means you have a higher status?
Basically.
I didn't know that.
Because you spent time in America or wherever, because you got educated there. Like, they're very... Mind you, South Korea only existed for like 75 years.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're very still colonized, and they are still overly thankful of America. And this is a generalization. Of course, we're getting better because the younger generations, we all have the internet and we're speaking up and all that. But still, you know, a lot of Koreans try to be a white adjacent. You can see this discourse actually happening in live time right now with everything about immigration, and then Koreans talking shit about the Southeast Asians. That's a real thing that's happening right now. Calling the Southeast Asians ugly, poor. A lot of the rhetoric that we're getting from America, you know.
Yeah, it's just racism in a different place.
Yeah. And so...
Or colorism, I guess.
Very colorist. Yeah, that's why I'm here, you know. And to go further onto infantilization, we went to a theme park in Korea. And tell me why. So we got on a bus that like goes through like the safari or whatever. Like, you know, we get to see like the giraffes, you get to feed them. But the tour guides, they were like feeding the giraffe by my head. I'm like, do this for the kids. I don't need this.
Yeah, you're like, you're robbing the children.
You're not saving my day right now.
Turn around, you're like, look, bro, I'm a full ass grown
I'm
adult
30.
woman.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
You're 26. Please get out of my face.
You're like, fuck off.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You were telling the story about
Your mom drunk
Oh, yeah.
on the floor.
So she realized that I wasn't going to go anywhere or become anything. And she
in
was
Korea,
very,
you
yeah.
mean? Yeah.
And she was very sad about that. So she thought I was sleeping, but I just heard her like weeping on the floor drunk. And I'm like, this is awful.
And you're 5 years old when this
Or
is happening?
less, yeah. Yeah, I will never forget that day.
It's a very vivid memory.
Yeah.
Does
So-
she still feel that way now, or is she you
see,
know, a little bit more chill, I guess?
How do I say this? I would prefer to be here despite everything, despite also healthcare being impossible for me even still. But if something were to happen, I have to go to Korea, it's okay. Like, at the end of the day, I have things that they can't deny. I have a master's degree in education.
Yeah.
So I have all the qualifications to work at an international school and teach math. No matter what I look like, you can't deny that.
You're like, I was on Kumon level M, motherfuckers.
at 11.
Yeah.
But I was cheating.
I was cheating up to L. I'm sorry. I was not cheating up to L. Okay.
But if you guys don't know, that's a really high level in Kumon.
Especially at 11 years old. That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy. That's insane work. Oh man, I don't miss working there.
I do not miss being a student.
Does your mom work?
She works at like a Korean owned place. She works just very an immigrant job, working cooking and stuff like that. So, but yeah, she's great. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but I don't know, man. I don't know. When I say stuff, it sounds more traumatic, and it is. But at the end of the day, I mean, she decided to be here, and my dad didn't. Which is funny because, like, when I was born, like, she didn't want me. My dad did.
Okay.
She didn't want to be a mom at all?
She didn't want a disabled kid.
They knew that before you were born?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying
I was kind of like an emergency birth because I was born prematurely.
Okay.
And my mom didn't want me, but my dad was like, no matter what, we're gonna make this work. It's gonna be okay. Like, and you can see in pictures, like, where she looks like she's not having a great time and she doesn't want this. My dad looking at me is just like beaming,
Mm.
So even knowing that as a child, and having all that happen, it's just like I'm in the twilight zone.
Yeah, that's a big weight to bear as a baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really weird dichotomy that your parents are having here. Like your mom wasn't fully in it at the beginning and your dad was, but then it seemed like it eventually flipped.
Yeah.
Because she's the one who stayed
Raised
with you
me,
here. Yeah.
And by herself. And it was very hard. I had to grow up really fast. My dad left when I was 16, and I remember that I was in the shower when he left. Like, I didn't want to really deal with it. It didn't feel real that you're gonna bar yourself from your own family for a decade. And so it was like, take care of your mom, I'm going. I'm like, okay, Dad. And it was like one of the first days of school in junior year. And it was like a few days before my mom's birthday. It was really fucked up.
Oh my gosh, he picked like a really inconvenient time to do that. Damn.
And so at that point, like, my mom didn't even have our home address memorized, And I had to learn how to like write checks, and of course I didn't have to like work. Thankfully I didn't have to work to make things work. But my mom didn't speak English, and so I had to go with her everywhere, and I was like the emotional punching bag for whatever she's going through with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm crying.
Oh, it's okay. We should have tissues.
We should. If we're having a podcast about moms, we should have tissues.
It gets emotional.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah. So, I didn't have a great childhood, but it was okay. I'm here now. And,
yeah, you are here now.
I'm more confident in myself now than ever, and that's fucked up because that's when you're probably the best mom you could be.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like your brain chemistry also changes a little bit as you get past your 20s and into your 30s.
Absolutely.
Like, you kind of, I don't know, I feel like I remember turning 26 or 27 and being like, what the fuck am I? What,
right,
wait,
27,
what?
yeah.
You're like, what have
What's
I been
happening?
doing? And then I think about my younger self and I'm like, what was I on? Like, I don't even know what I was thinking.
I feel like that was kind of the same timeline for me. Well, they say that's when your Saturn returns, is when you're around 27, and there's like these shifts in how you view yourself. I also feel like that's probably when your brain is actually developed. They say 25, but I'm like,
give it a couple more years.
Yeah. I did want to say, do you think that part of the reason you have this desire to be a mom is because you kind of want to undo the stuff that you went through in your own childhood?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Even just like growing up, every single day my mom would look at herself and she'd be like, what do I look like this? And I didn't realize how much that affected me,
She had a low self-esteem.
And that's how eventually you end up looking at yourself too. And I found myself doing that a lot in my 20s, and I didn't even realize it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's a thing a lot of women are trained to do is when you step in front of the mirror, you immediately are like, what is wrong? What do I need to fix before I leave the house?
Yeah.
It's not like, okay, there I am as I'm going to the bathroom. It's like, oh, fuck this and that. And
Yeah.
I need to tweak all these things or I'm going to look weird. Even
Yeah.
now, like there's a mirror right here and I'm like, am I okay? Or do I look normal?
Yeah, our moms didn't teach us body neutrality.
Right.
That wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to not pass that stuff on when it's like in the front of your brain.
It is.
I want to break that. I want to be very intentional in being like really like, I look great today. Even if I don't feel it, I want to show my child that should be your normal.
Yeah.
Or not commenting on it at all.
Or
Right.
oh my God. So my mom, so Asians in general, if you have daughters, they're going to be like, why do you look so fat? For me, it was
No matter what.
stop standing like that. You look disabled. I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't know how to not do that.
Yeah, you can't not look disabled when you are disabled. Although I will say getting fat is a really good way to keep men away from you in the comedy scene. That's what I did a couple of years ago, and it really helped. Then I got a boyfriend and lost the weight.
Wow.
I'm like, now I can be safe again.
Yeah, I have someone to protect me.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I can be like, I have a boyfriend. You actually can't be weird. Because that's the thing men respect more when you're like, I don't want to fuck you.
Yes and no. They don't really respect that either.
No, but they're gonna take it better than you being like, ew.
They're still gonna push your boundaries.
Yeah, they need like a more
But-
concrete reason than I don't want to.
I specifically don't want to fuck you. That's like they don't understand that.
But this is why I feel very fortunate because I'm not friends with men.
Oh,
I've never been like in a very male dominated workspace.
Oh.
So I'm like, I'm so happy where I'm at with that
Jesus.
because I don't have to deal with it.
Whether
Very
it's men,
blessed.
whether it's math or comedy, it's just dicks everywhere. I was like one of 4 women in my classes at some point.
My gosh,
Yeah.
that's insane.
That's wild. Did you always like when you moved to the US? Were you always in Houston?
Pretty
In the
much.
Houston area?
I
Okay.
was in Katy for a little while, but
Yeah.
mostly Houston. But yeah, I mean, like part of it's just hard to move when you're in this body, and then it's really daunting to even go on road trips. Part of the reason why I stayed with my ex for as long as I did is because like I know he has like military things, so I have, oh my God, I get to move around for free. I get to travel for free, you know.
Yeah.
But then, like, when I realized, like, I started getting booked in, like, San Antonio and Austin and stuff, and then plus, it's like, even going out to see him, I was doing it by myself. I was like, wait, I don't need a dude to travel. What, you know?
No.
Yeah.
And when I realized I could I really can just do this stuff myself. I was like, I don't need a guy I don't like that much.
Feels like that's like another thing
Amen.
your mom had that
Exactly.
you've also broken, like relying on a man for something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's possible without.
It's interesting because it seems like every other week I'm like telling her I feel like a mom in the sense that like I'm like, do not be pushed around by men. What do you mean? Because especially during this time with immigration, I'm like, hey, call our immigration lawyer, just in case. Get these 2 documents ready. And he was saying, oh, that's not gonna happen. You got a green card or Korean. You're fine. Fuck that, dude. You know?
Yeah.
I don't care. We're paying you. You know? And I told my mom that. I was like, don't let her we're his clients. Like, we pay him. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's not as clear cut anymore. If even if you have a green card or something, it's a unsteady ground to be on here.
Yeah. I mean, I have friends who are fully U.S. citizens who are scared and are walking around with their passports because they're scared
Yeah.
just to be a brown person here.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, scary times.
Or especially if English isn't your first language and that's like obvious to the person you're talking to.
Right.
Like if you have an accent, like
Yeah.
that's
Which is why
you
I'm
gotta be
scared
careful.
for my mom. Yeah. Because I sound like I'm from here at this point, but my mom, like, She doesn't know how to recite her rights, you know. And for her to just accept that a guy was like, our male attorney is like, oh, it's fine, and like, no.
Is she worried at all about
Oh
what's
my
going
god,
on, or is
she was like, oh my, if I get detained, I just get days off of work, and they'll just send me back to Korea. I'm like, Mom,
she's like, what do you mean I get PTO and a free trip?
Mom, you are diabetic, and they're not that is not what's gonna happen.
Right. She thinks she's gonna be fine if that happens. That's funny. I can't remember what I was just about to say.
I had a phase where when I was watching Orange is the New Black, where I was like, I think prison would be nice. Which I should have just been like, I'm gay.
You should have known then that you were gay. Yeah.
So I'm like, I get to have alone time. I get to have time to read books, which is like the dumbest shit to think. Obviously, it's not nice to be in prison, but
you also get your pussy ate.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I actually emailed the casting director of Orange is the New Black at the time, being like, you know what? It would be super cool if you had a disabled woman be a front of a heist.
Oh.
Because they wouldn't expect it, and then turns out she's like, you know, one of the they have like little gangs or little groups, and
Yeah.
it turns out I'm like the head of it or whatever.
Yeah, the leader of the gang.
Yeah.
Did she respond?
She said, do you have an agent? I'm like, fuck. All right.
They're like,
this
you're a disabled woman of color. Please come on the show.
This is
Yes.
Yehee's agent.
Yes.
That's what my friend told me. She was like, if you really want to get booked in other cities, you need to email people from a different email address as your agent. Like, just pretend you are your own agent.
God, I wish
I'll
I knew
pretend
that.
to be your agent.
We have the same last name.
Yeah.
I wish I knew that at like 19. That I could just do. I'm like, oh, and I'm out of it now. I guess, you know.
Yeah, people be lying and other people don't be checking.
That's true. You also sent a sort of funny story in our pre-interview about your mom like having a flip out moment at a medical marijuana
Oh my
counter
gosh.
dispensary.
Why were y'all at America?
No. I wasn't at a
marijuana?
dispensary. I
Okay.
was at what's called an abilities expo. It's basically like a convention for disabled people, so they could like learn about like the
Drugs.
the latest technology and for like how to make your life easier or better.
They're like, the latest technology for disabled people is weed.
Yeah. No, they had like different kinds of bikes, different kinds of stuff for your bathroom, you name it, you know, whatever. Of course, they're astronomical. They're like 10 grand, whatever. You cough and it's 10 grand, but it's like,
Yeah.
there was a table for medical marijuana, and I have PTSD and cerebral palsy, which are both listed, and I'm like trying to teach my mom. Like, I'm like, look, it's fine.
Yeah.
And they gave me a little goodie tote bag, and my mom flipped out in front of them, and she's like, is this why you brought me here? And she like threw away the tote bag in front of their face. She's screaming in the middle of NRG Center, and her face is red. She's like, I'm a patient, okay? I am diabetic. I have high blood pressure. Do you want me to pass out right now? And I'm like, okay.
So she thought you brought her to the expo to get drugs?
No, just to
get
I don't know,
weed.
maybe. Or, you know, basically like, this is not the time for you to teach me anything. She does not want me to teach her things about
So she's
societal changes.
not a fan of weed.
Not a fan of weed, no.
Oh.
Got it.
I don't do that.
I
don't
feel
do,
like maybe
I don't
it
do
could
weed.
help her.
I don't do weed at all.
Okay.
Are you going to
got
tell
it.
her about this podcast?
No.
Okay. Then you don't need to worry about
I'll
that.
tell her about I will tell everyone else about her. She's so siloed. The only thing she watches online is like YouTube and Korean dramas.
Oh, she's into the K dramas?
Of course, yeah. She loves love stories. She still believes in them, and I think that's nice.
Okay. She's romantic.
She really is.
Does
yeah.
she have any hobbies?
She likes shopping. She used to love styling me when I was like a kid, but she loves shopping and
Like the whole glam, like hair, makeup, all of it?
I don't know about the glam, but she loves like different textures and buttons and colors. Like when we went back to Korea to visit, she was wearing. They don't wear colors over there. The further out you go from like Seoul or where the foreigners are, there's less colors. Like there's more black, white, brown, navy, and so she was wearing bright pink dress, like a highlighter pink. And you could see her from a mile away. Wow, no one was wearing color. But she loves expressing herself through clothes. She loves the Korean church. She's a devout Christian woman.
Amen.
And yeah, she volunteers in the choir. She's actually a performance singer. Like she's classic.
She's a singer?
Like that's what she majored in because she wasn't good at like academics. She didn't like to study, but she could sing.
Wow.
And then my grandparents were like, just graduate with a bachelor's, you know?
They're like, please get out of school.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, cool. I didn't know our mom is a singer as well. Although not classically trained.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really, really cool. Does she still sing in the choir today?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember in high school, I went to Westchester and I had to like audition for the advanced choir, the show choir privately. Like I couldn't tell her because she's like, don't do that because I did that.
That's my thing. Was that her?
Well, not that. It's just like that doesn't go anywhere. You know, it's not gonna do anything. Whatever.
Got it.
So, but then I told her whenever I ended up having like a solo or whatever, you know, which she ended up coming to. She was ultimately proud of, but.
Oh,
yeah.
You're like singing in the high school choir is not the same as getting a bachelor's in it.
Yeah.
Also, I'll be okay, Mom.
Right.
You said she also was very proud of the fact that you won best dressed in school.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what that competition was?
I was a senior. You know the superlatives, right?
Yeah.
Like the most funny, or class clown, whatever. And my mom's never been outwardly proud about me getting pretty much all A's except like 1B.
She's like, that's what you should do.
Right.
Basically.
But as soon as I got best dressed, she told everybody, you know.
That's funny. It seems like since that's like a passion of hers is fashion.
Yeah.
She's like, my daughter is the best dressed at school. Yeah. Passion for fashion. And she's got a 4.0 GPA, whatever. It doesn't matter.
A disabled girl getting best dressed, that's not disabled at all, you know.
Yeah.
She loves me doing able-bodied things, basically.
Got
like,
it.
Whatever's expected for whatever, you know. Oh, you can't stink as a disabled person. You can't, you know, because you're gonna be. She's like very weird about different things that like it's just like she wants
smell.
Yeah, it's just like you have to smell good. You have to dress nice.
Okay. Able-bodied people are smelly all of the time
and ugly. They're chopped as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, they can't do anything. You know.
Yeah, no, literally. We also said you smelled good when you came.
Yeah,
in.
you smell amazing. So she did a good job.
She raised you correctly.
Yeah. I've never heard that.
I grew up very ableist mom, which is not her fault. It's a Korean thing. But that helped in a lot of ways, but that also fucked me up a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like you've sort of broken through a lot of those barriers that she sort of maybe like put in your mind a little bit.
Yeah. But I had to work through that. I've been in and out of therapy, and then I also went to like ACA, like group support groups, and I even went to church for a while. Like I tried everything to get out of this trauma. So I'm finally like, I don't want to say out of it. You're never out of it. But
have you gone to like traditional therapy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like for a lot of years, but on and off because of affording it, you know?
Therapy is expensive.
Yeah. And at this point also...
you gotta call that military boyfriend back up.
I know,
Look, I need
dude.
some benefits.
Yeah.
Why do you think
I don't think they give them therapy. Sorry.
They do. But
They
like
do? Okay.
a different version of it. A
Okay.
VA version, which is their own filtered... They don't say that, right? But they do, you know.
Okay.
It's like if you're really Christian, getting therapy through the church
Exactly.
or something. You're like, yeah, it's therapy, but
It's also indoctrination.
yeah, for real.
Yeah.
So they're just hypnotizing you like America is still good. You went
Yeah,
to
right.
war for a good reason.
We're going to war again.
Yeah, no,
we
literally.
we're fully in it.
Yeah. The news bums me out every day.
No, I know.
Yeah. It's hard to look at.
At one point, it was my feed was just strictly immigration and Epstein files, but like now, I've been lobotomized. Alyssa Liu, Punch the Monkey, and Bad Bunny.
Okay.
Thank
I don't
God.
know Punch the Monkey, but I'm
You don't
obsessed
know
with
Punch the
Alyssa Liu
Monkey?
right now.
Do you know Punch the Monkey?
The sad monkey. The sad monkey,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes,
I can't watch too much of that because I'm so upset. I don't
No,
wanna
he's
be
happy
sad.
now because they got him a friend.
Okay.
No.
I saw like he got a friend, but then his friend pushed him or something. I was like,
Oh, they're fighting now?
Is that true?
Punch got punched?
They were like
Literally.
swinging him around, but like
Yeah.
aggressively. They were like doing like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
was just, but I found hope in that because there were memes about ultimately I have to be brave, and he's like dragging a plush monkey, and I was like, wow. Like to the point where I'm like considering getting a tattoo of it. I'm like, wait, let's.
You do? It does look like you have a couple tattoos. What
I
are
have a bunch.
those?
Yeah, those are cool.
This is the Care Bear.
Amazing.
You know.
Does your mom know about your tattoos?
Oh yeah. So like at one point she's like just get them where you can cover them. I was at first my first like 4 or 5. I have 20 now. I went and got tattoos knowing I'll get my ass beat. You know. I'm like I'm gonna do it. It's fine. I'm gonna break
How old were you the first time you got a tattoo?
18.
Okay.
Like as soon as I could, I got one. Basically.
She had like the same view of tattoos as she does on comedy. Like that's cool.
Yeah,
Don't do it
basically.
again.
Yeah, no, but like don't do it ever.
Yeah.
Tattoos.
Okay.
Because she came from like the 80s, 70s where, you know, the gangs, like the Yakuza is still like an idea, you know? And so she was like, are you a bar girl? Are you a slut? Are you a Yakuza wife? Are you what? She was like, how would you feel if I got a full back tattoo? I'm like, I will. That's great.
I would love that.
I think you're
And
really
that
cool.
would-
Yeah.
And that pissed her off even more.
I mean, you do look super dangerous, so.
Yeah. Right.
The tattoos are scaring me.
Is our time gonna run out on the camera?
We should wrap up soon.
Okay.
We're nearing the
Our
end.
camera can only record up to an hour, so we keep.
I can see our time.
Okay, we
here.
keep running into a thing where like the camera just shuts off while we're talking.
Yeah. We don't want that to happen, please. So is there anything like else you wanted to share with your mom before we wrap up? Like any like things she used to say to you all the time that really stick in your head, good or bad?
Well, I don't know. It's an interesting one. I mean, I still didn't. I was not immune to the fat comments, right? So my mom used to say like, "Why is your belly bigger than your chest?" Turns out, I have a white rice intolerance that's given me bloating my entire life.
So it's her fault.
It's
like,
no one's fault.
You were
but-
feeding me bloaty food, Mom.
Well, I'm Korean. What do you mean I can't eat white rice? You
Yeah,
would
that's-
never think that. And so I didn't find out until I was 28 that this was the cause.
Wow.
But
That's such a bitchy comment. Why is your stomach like bigger than your chest?
well, then
Yeah,
I
you're
got
like
a
you're
job.
calling me fat and my tits are small.
You have tiny tits
have
and a
I-
big fat ass.
Yeah.
You have no tits and you're crippled. You know. But so I got a boob job 3 years ago.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what did she
Okay.
think about that?
She was pissed at first. I was like, bro, why? You know, like
Yeah.
You're like, I just wanted to make my chest bigger than my stomach.
yeah, exactly.
Mom.
No, seriously.
You can't call me fat anymore because now I got triple M's.
My doctor was pretty good. He didn't let me go any bigger than this, and I wanted to, but he was like, literally, the width of your chest will not. You're gonna have literally silicone under your armpits.
How big did you want to go?
I don't fucking know, right? But
You're like as big as possible.
I want anime titties.
Yeah.
but yeah, but now she's okay. It's just like, oh, they look nice or whatever. I don't know. No matter what,
They
no matter
look
what, it's
nice.
just weird. It's just the
Yeah.
either end of the spectrum is just like, just don't.
I would like to get a boob job.
I
would like to raise them up.
I would like to cut mine in half. My volume.
Well, I know $6,000 is still a lot of money, but it was still a lot less than what I thought boob jobs were going to be. So, if you want to, I'm not gonna be the inspirational. Oh my god, you should love yourself. You should love yourself the way you are. But like,
But
you
get
know,
a boob job if you want a
exactly.
boob job.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, get that boob job if you want. You know.
No, literally.
My
My body, my choice.
No.
Where can people find you, Yehee?
My name is Hey Miss Yehee HEYMS.YEHEE
And
on
we'll,
Instagram
Yeah, we'll link
and
her
TikTok.
TikTok and Instagram below in our bio.
And you're doing shows in Houston and Austin.
In San
and you-
Antonio.
okay. And you
everywhere.
you post about it. So
Yeah.
people can be in the know.
I actually also have a soft white underbelly interview coming out tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
So if you want to know more about the specifics of my sob story.
Yeah, send us that link and we'll link it as well.
Cool.
But thank you so much for coming on and sharing
Thank you for
about your
having me,
mom.
man. I mean,
Yeah.
fucking seeing Hannah after 20 years is wild.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love y'all. Bye.
All right. Thanks,
Bye.
guys, for tuning in to What Moms Say. We'll see you next Thursday.
Bye. Bye.